Okay, so these are different approaches you can try. You know, some of them will work for you and some of them might not. You have to sort of look at your own speed, your own timing, your reach, your temperament, a lot of things, the level of aggression, how comfortable you are, how well you see from the outside. That's a big one. Is that if you're comfortable fighting from the outside, you can be good at this. But if you're not really very seasoned at outside fighting and you need to get in, well, there's an inside game for this, but it's very momentary, it's very fleeting. There isn't the same pocket. All right, if I were the same stance as him, this pocket outside his cross sets up my hook. But when I'm here, it's closer to get outside of this. So that's gonna be our first one, by the way, is that whether I came in, going back to the first segment we showed, whether I came in with my cross or whether I parried his jab and he threw his cross and he's got in. While he threw that cross, he was receiving weight on that left foot. That tells me that he's gonna be there for a moment. And if I'm quick, I can get in here long enough to go, boom, boom, you know, and then go a low, high hook and a cross and get him before he can move that foot. Because as soon as he moves the foot, he's gonna reposition and face me. And then it's a contest of who can get who to square up. All right, I'm square now. Since I got in, he moved his feet. Let's say I didn't get it off on time. See, now I'm in trouble. So you really have to get off that hook quickly and hit him and be ready to follow up because he's gonna move his feet. All right, we can't look at this and diagram it in a static way because it's not useful. People don't fight that way. They shuffle and they hop around. They don't just step and plot. If you get a plotting opponent, yes, that's a dream come true because they'll stand still long enough for you to put together, you know, a bit more elaborate plans. Okay, so that's our next one, which is whether he throws the jab and you came inside there, outside of it there, to throw your hook, low, high hook and cross, that's fine. But you're guarding extra carefully here. And I'm making sure my head is actually in line with his feet. So that even as he moves his feet, he's open to me. Because then, as he turns to square with me, boom, I can hit between his gloves with my cross. So it's a low, high hook and cross. And he can't land his cross because he's still outside of my cross at that moment. I was covering and then I was throwing him when he moved. But I've got to turn with him. If I'm here like this, and I don't turn with him, boom, yeah. Then he'll get his off and he'll hit probably over and outside my glove and hit me on the temple. And that doesn't feel so great either. So it isn't just a matter of not getting hit on the chin. There are other openings that really hurt, that really get through, that you can give away if you're not careful. Okay? So getting outside the jab, all right, and then ready to throw my cross. But if I'm here, it can happen several ways. He throws a one, I might parry it and get here. Boom. I might do this. You do not have, I was going to treat this as a separate segment, but let's do it now. Is you don't really have a liver shot the way you do in same stance situations. All right, if I were a left leg like him, but as long as I can get into this pocket, oh, I can get him right there, just below the ribs and right there. That's going to hurt. But I don't have the same liver shot. What I might have is, let's say he throws a 1-2. I might be here, boom, I have a lag punch. And then I can come up and that'll freeze him in place. But I've got to make sure he's already spending that right hand. Because if you throw something low, it's got to be a lag. You can't throw a cross to hit his jab. You're going to get hit right on the side of the face. So your head has to be tucked away safely. Whether it's parrying his jab, slipping outside his jab, or parrying his jab, he throws a cross, and you're throwing the lag, and then always follow up. Don't treat that as an end in itself. But you do have that if you have long arms. You can throw a nice lag punch. You can really kind of wallop it, and it hurts. It really gets through. Okay? But when you follow it up and you're very aware, with 1-2, you're very aware of the fact that you just spent this right hand and that my left side would otherwise be open doing this, if not for the momentary position of my head. Yeah. So you got to be careful, but you can get away with it. It always has to do with studying how he carries his arms and how he moves before you find the way in. You say, okay, his elbow's leaving his ribs open there, and I think that's going to hurt. I think I can get safely out of the way at that moment, and then kind of close things up in time to hit again or move. And then you try it. And then based on his style and his speed, his reach and all that, you'll find out inevitably if it worked or not. And you try it, okay, I didn't get hit. I got through with a good punch there, and now I hurt him to the body and it froze him up and I was going to hit him again. Okay? But the important thing to understand is these kind of strategies can succeed on timing and speed, or they can fail on the lack of it. Okay.
You go up.